Welcome back to the Man United stream. Hope you're doing well. It's a double upload day today. Yes, we've had two shows today and we've had to just do them because we've had to cover all this news coming out of Man United on Marcus Rashford. Yes, we've earlier today discussed how Marcus Rashford gave that interview yesterday to Henry Winter and how he just literally laid it bare saying that he wants to leave Man United because he feels he doesn't fit into Ruben Amorim's plans. That's what essentially he said yesterday. Today we've heard from Ruben Amorim himself, and we've heard from Henry Winter, the journalist that actually interviewed him. We're going to be discussing that and lots more in today's show, so stick around. Make sure you hit the like button on this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can keep up to date with all the latest Manchester United news and more from one single daily dose. But let's not waste any further time. Let's jump straight into today's show, and of course it's all about Marcus Rashford and the interview that he gave yesterday, which has broken the internet. Let's be honest, it's all dramatic news. We have covered everything he said in that interview in our earlier show today, so if you missed that, go ahead and check that out and then come back to this one, so it might make a lot more sense to you. But if you did catch that, this is a follow-up show on that because we've now heard from the manager Ruben Amorim about his thoughts on Marcus Rashford and what he had to say about leaving Man United. Now, it's really, really interesting what Ruben Amorim actually said today in his press conference. And when asked directly about Marcus Rashford and what he thought of him saying that he wants to leave United or is looking for a new challenge, Ruben Amorim has interpreted Marcus Rashford saying that he needs a new challenge as he needs a new challenge at Man United. But look, let's be honest. I think Ruben Amorim really knows what Marcus Rashford is saying, but he has to toe the line. He has to keep Marcus Rashford within the team, within the plans, even if they know that they want to sell him, because otherwise his value is going to plummet. He's going to go from 40 million to probably 20 million, and United do not want to lose 20 million clear profit on Marcus Rashford, because that means that they won't have enough money to go out there and buy somebody else. And that's what Ruben Amorim was doing today. He was doing damage limitation, not a position that he wants to be in. But look, this is the problem with Marcus Rashford. This is the problem with these prima donna players that we've had at the club who literally throw the dummy out as soon as the manager says that they're not playing or that they might not be in his future plans because they're not doing well enough in training. Ruben Amorim, in his press conference, you could see he was just on damage limitation, trying to make sure that the press don't really go crazy on this story, trying to make sure that Rashford has an avenue back into the team. And look, that was his plan originally. His original plan was not, let's get rid of Marcus Rashford. Ruben Amorim wanted Marcus Rashford to work hard and show what he's made of. And well, Marcus Rashford took the easy option and just gave an exclusive interview saying that he wants to leave instead of working hard. That's how I take it as. Let us know in the comments below what you take this interview as. Are you delusional and feel that Marcus Rashford is actually really wanting to stay at the club and really wanting to work hard, but Ruben Amorim's made his life difficult and that's why he decided to leave? I don't think so. But like we said, Amorim had to do damage limitation today in that press conference. It was all about making sure that, he doesn't spill the beans. He doesn't tell everyone, yes, United are looking to get rid of Marcus Rashford, because that will just simply, plummet his market value on Marcus Rashford. So he was just simply towing the line saying, look, Marcus Rashford's got a way back into this team. He has to work hard and every player has to, but that was just all. I don't believe any of that. I really don't. I believe that Amorim deep down knows Marcus Rashford is not one of those players. He's not one of those players who's going to work hard for the team and is not committed to the team. That's unfortunately our take on it. I mean, let me know in the comments below what you think of this. Do you think he is committed to the team? Do you think he has been unfairly targeted? Or do you feel that he has let himself down? Now, let's move away from Ruben Amorim for a minute, because we got to hear from the actual guy who interviewed Marcus Rashford, the one who sat face to face with him and took everything down yesterday and obviously put it out on social media. And that was Henry Winter, formerly of the Times newspaper. Now, He's a highly respected journalist, doesn't actually talk a lot of rubbish. He's actually to the point, and he was interviewed by Stratford Paddock. The boys down in Stratford Paddock did a fantastic job by getting an exclusive. And this exclusive interview by the Stratford Paddock with Henry Winter, I mean, it was quite enlightening, the way in which Winter just simply backs Rashford up to the hill. I mean, he just was a fanboy of Rashford throughout the whole interview. Look, he talks about how he works for charity, how he gave so much to the school that he went to, and blah blah blah. And Marcus Rashford, a really nice individual and really kind and generous, and blah blah. Look, I get that. I get that he was doing some charity work, but a lot of footballers do. A lot of footballers do that. A lot of people in them positions do that kind of work. And yes, he's been involved in politics. And look, I get that. And I take my hats off to Rashford for that. I really do. I really think that's really good that he spoke up against, school meals and things like that. Brilliant. But if we're just purely looking at it from a footballing terms, as Man United fans, as Man United people, coaches, everyone around, he's not doing what he's meant to be doing in his day job. That's what the problem is. And Winter doesn't even come towards that. He doesn't even discuss that. He doesn't even mention that, and that's where the problem is. And obviously Winter was obviously going to back himself up and his interview and putting it out there. He's not going to come and say, oh yeah, Marcus Rashford was an idiot to say all them things and I shouldn't have interviewed him. Of course he's not going to say that. Of course he's going to back up his interview and say Rashford's brilliant. And that's exactly what he did say. He came out saying Rashford's a top geezer, really nice guy, and Manchester United are crazy to let him go, but he is going to leave. And that's what was interesting. He said Marcus Rashford has made up his mind and he will be leaving. And the reason why he believes that is because Rashford believes that he's no longer in the plans of Ruben Amorim because he doesn't fit into his system. It was really interesting to watch. I mean, just go ahead, watch it yourself. Of course, I did think Henry Winter does need a pop filter on his mic because he was just all over the place. I mean, but other than that, he said some interesting things, gave an insight to Marcus Rashford and the man behind the interview. But we all know, I know this interview was calculated. Rashford hasn't done this off the cuff. He hasn't just sat down with Winter and said all these things without thinking about them. He is calculated. He said everything and he's given a message to Ruben Amorim and Man United. That's what he's done, and I feel he should have done this directly with them. He should not have gone through the media, should not have gone through this interview. He should have sat down with Ruben Amorim and done it man to man. And that shows to me that this player is not worthy to wear that red scarlet shirt. Personally, that's my personal opinion. You might disagree with it. You might think that I'm talking complete and utter nonsense and Rashford is a legend of the club and he should be treated with respect and he's done everything right in this interview. You might think that, and I want to hear from you. I really do. I want to hear from you, and I'll get an insight to why you think that, because from sitting on the sidelines watching this interview and watching Henry Winter discuss Marcus Rashford, I just feel like he just did the wrong thing. I mean, it's just not the way to respond to criticism from your manager. If your manager's called you out saying, look, you need to work harder, you have to commit yourself to the club that's paying you 300k plus a week, you do not go out and do an interview saying, right, I'm leaving instead. You do not do that. Let us know in the comments below. Make sure you hit the like button on this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You're watching the Man United Stream channel, a channel by the fans, for the fans.